because it's you versus you, only you know what you're doing behind closed doors when nobody else is looking, and that's what counts. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. And today's episode, we are going to pretty much just cover what it really takes to run multiple businesses. So how you can run multiple businesses, what it's going to take, the steps that it's going to take, the mindset that it's going to take, all the things that it really just takes to run multiple businesses. All right, so let's jump right into it. Right off bat, we got to dive into the part about what your diet is. What is your diet? When I say what your diet is, I'm talking about, yes, what you're eating, because eating has a lot to do with your performance overall, like your mindset, your ability to actually problem solve. Like what you actually put in your body affects what's coming out, like in more than one way. And so what is your diet? What are you reading? What are you studying? What are you doing? What are your habits? What are your routines? And above all, what are you eating? All right. So that's number one. All right. Number two. So the second piece to this is to be able to effectively run multiple businesses, whether it's an events-based business, whether it's an online business, whether it's a coaching business, whether it's a product or service-based business. What do you sell? Whether you have like, maybe you have an online store, maybe you have
Hello Mastermind family, I'm really excited to share this news with you. I just signed a lease yesterday for a 1,500 square feet space in Coppell, Texas. So I joined the program on March 1st of this year and signed the lease on May 1st. So about 8 weeks into the program. And I just want to say thank you, Jarrell. Thank you for being a great mentor. You've really been a great mentor for me. I thank you for always being there to answer my questions, to respond to those emails, and thanks for those one-on-ones.
Maybe you have an Etsy store, maybe you have a Shopify store, whatever it is, whatever you have, the second piece to this is your time. What are you actually doing with your time? Are you spending the majority of your time working on your business, growing, gaining more knowledge, researching, gathering resources, networking, things like that? Or are you spending your time just doing nothing, or saying that I'm tired, I'm this, I'm that? Like, these are these just two things alone, from your diet to your time. And when I say your diet, I mean a lot more than just the food that you eat, but like, what are you putting inside of your body? What are you feeding your mind? And then when it comes to your time, what are your time expenses? Where does your time go? The problem is that we think that we don't have time to start an extra business or start a business, period. But we have more time than we think. Look at your phone. See how much time you spend on your phone. Count exactly hour by hour what you're doing each and every day. Number three, y'all. We rolling through these quick. Is belief. Do you believe that you're going to be able to run a business successfully? Like, do you believe you're going to actually successfully be able to run a business, no matter what that business is, where it is, what it's doing, no matter what it is? Do you think that you can run a successful business? So if you've been thinking about starting your events-based business, do you think that you can run a profitable events-based business? Do you think that you can open up an events-based business? Do you believe that it's going to work? Like, that's something that I hear so many people talk about, or ask when they buy a product or they buy a service, whether it's my programs or my products or services or other people's products or services. Like that, like even I have had and still have sometimes, those thoughts of like, when you buy something, you're like, man, well, is this going to work for me? So what is your belief system? But you're going to find that your work ethic is based on your belief system. So if you don't believe, my list probably gonna be chapped this whole video. Just keep living. I don't know what it is. I didn't put no comments on or nothing. It's all good though. Again, so your work ethic is a byproduct of your belief system. And what I mean by that is that if you don't believe that you can do the thing, or you can actually, open up this new business, make, $5,000 a month on your own, or make your first $1,000 with your digital product or your digital service, or make $1,000 every weekend with your event space, or $1,000 a day with your event space, or $5,000 a weekend with your event space, or if you don't think that you can lose, that 30 pounds, or if you don't think you can stop eating meat for 30 days, or if you don't think that you can do whatever it is, if there's any doubt, if you don't believe, listen, y'all, if you do not believe, if you do not believe that you can do it, it's going to affect the work that you put in order to get it done. That's just how it works. If you don't believe that you're able to get it done, if you don't believe that you'll get to the outcome, whatever that outcome is, whether the outcome is a weight loss outcome, whether the outcome is a mindset outcome, whether you want to create a new habit, whether you want to start a business, whether you want to make a certain amount of money, whether you want to open an event space, whether you want to open a creative space, whether you want to buy your first real estate investment property, whether you want to trade Forex, no matter what it is, if you do not believe in it, you're not going to put in the work for it. That's just it. And it's not enough to say, I'm going to do this at this date and time or whatever. Do you believe you're going to do it? Because if you don't, you're not going to do the work. Number 4. Now, the funny thing about number 4, y'all, is that number 4 is activity. And we were low-key just talking about activity with our belief system. So what have you actively done over the last 30 days towards whatever that goal is that you have set? What have you actually done? What are you actually doing? What are you doing? What did you can you account, if you didn't reach the goal that you wanted, what did you do over the last 30 days that kept you from that goal? What was your activity over the last 30 days? What did you do day 1 compared to what you do day 30? Did you slack off in between the process? It's the activity, and the activity is affected by the belief system, y'all. So your expectation and the activity, they're two different things. You can expect something to happen, but even with an expectation, do you believe that it's going to happen? And if you don't expect it and believe that it's going to happen, then it's not going to happen. You're not going to do the work, which is the activity. So in order to get through this, in order to do, actually be able to say, okay, well, my diet is this is what I'm taking in order to really analyze your time expenses and what you're doing with your time, in order to have this belief system of positivity that you're going to make it where you need to make it to, in order to do the activity, you have to be self-aware. So where's your self-awareness level at? Do you know what you do with your day? Are you able to check yourself? Are you able to really analyze your emotions and what happens with your emotions and what happens when you're upset? What happens with when things aren't going your way? Do you know your behaviors? Do you know if you don't get the result that you want in the time frame that you thought you should have got it, do you just quit? Or do you still go after the thing? Are you self-aware? Do you know who you are? Because at the end of the day, I've said it before and I'll say it again, it is you versus you. You can't look at what someone else has done and their journey or whatever the case is, because 9 times out of 10, people are only showing you what it took afterwards. They're not showing you the struggles. People don't post their failures. They're not saying when it took them, X amount of time to start a business. They're not telling you, it took them, 10 years to actually quit their job. They're not telling you, they failed the first 5 times, and then that 6th time that it worked out for you. They're not really telling you all of these things. So are you aware that you can't compare your situation to somebody else's situation, and you just have to be all about you versus you? Because that is honestly what's going to get you from where you are right now to where you want to be at. Like the way and where you want to be at is having multiple businesses or multiple streams of income. In order to do that, you got to change your diet. You got to change what you're intaking. You got to change what you're studying, what you're reading, what you're doing, what you're feeding your body, feeding your mind. Then you got to check yourself on the time. What are you giving your time to each and every day? Each and every day, what do you give your time to? Then you got to check your belief system. What do you believe in? Then you got to check whether or not you're actually doing the activity. You got to look at, am I doing what I need to be doing on these days? Then in order to do all of that, though, you have to be self-aware. You got to know what you do in each situation. How do you let your environment affect you? Like, what's happening with you?
All right, so if you're watching this video, that means that you're about to join my Event Space Mastermind. And I'm super excited to have you here where you're about to join the mastermind, all right? So in the mastermind, I'm gonna teach you how to start your space, how to find your space, how to fund your space. And we're gonna cover this in the course of just 12 weeks. 12 weeks. And it may not even take you the full 12 weeks. You may be done with it in 4 weeks. So if you're looking to start your space, find your space, fund your space, learn how to establish business credit, and you wanna learn from me, join the Event Space Mastermind, and all you got to do is click the link down below right now.
And then you got to figure out the blueprint. The blueprint is the step by step process of how you're going to get from point A, where you are right now, to multiple streams of income, to multiple businesses, to your event space business, to your digital product or service-based business. How are you going to get there? What are you going to do to get there? That is the blueprint. So what is your blueprint? What is the step-by-step process? What's next? After you complete this task today, what do you need to do next? That is the blueprint. So you need to have like a checklist of what you need to do each and every day, because it's the small daily changes that are going to get you to the big result, that are going to get you to the outcome that you want. And a lot of the time we're thinking that, oh, well, I can just get this overnight, or oh, like it's going to be quick, or oh, it's going to be fast. I'm gonna keep it 100 all the way. It took me like 10 years to walk away from the corporate world or the corporate life. 10 years. Now I have 20 years of job experience, but it took me half of that to say, okay, to muster up the courage and say, I'm going to walk away. I'm done with this. So 10 years ago, I decided that I was going to be an entrepreneur, but I kept starting and I kept stopping and I kept starting and I kept stopping and I kept starting and I kept stopping. 10 years ago, I said I was going to work for myself, but I kept starting something and I kept stopping and I didn't know. Because I didn't have a blueprint, because I didn't have a proper diet. I wasn't feeding myself right. And when I'm not just talking about food, but I'm talking about like what I was reading, what I was studying. I really wasn't focusing on my time expenses. I didn't have that belief system that I needed. And so my activity wasn't there. And then I wasn't really willing to be self-aware and check myself and call myself out, because it's like you have to look, because it's you versus you, only you know what you're doing behind closed doors when nobody else is looking, and that's what counts. What counts is what you do when nobody else is looking. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how talented a person is. It doesn't matter how much talent that you have if you're not putting in the work, because the hard work is going to beat out the talent. Those are the steps that is going to take you to get multiple streams of income. Those are the steps that it's going to take you to get what it is that you want. You want multiple businesses. You want to hit an extra $3,000 to $5,000 a month in these businesses. You want maybe your first $1,000 a month. Maybe this is going to be your first time starting a business. Maybe this is your first online business. This is your first commercial property. This is your first investment property. Whatever it is that you want, those are the things that it's going to take for you to get there. Because once I change those things, I'm telling you, once I change those things and I see people around me that change those things, they get the things that they want. They get the properties that they want. They get their event spaces. They start their online businesses. They're profitable. They're like, you have to change who you are today in order to get the things that you want. So you got to become. But that's I'll talk more about becoming in another video, and I'll drop the link down to that video below this. But man, y'all, that's pretty much it. It's been pretty bright in the space. I don't know. It's these ring lights, the lights above, they're bright, and so like I have to go back to the glasses, and yeah. So, man, listen. Whatever you do, go out today, create something. Do these, like, check these things that we just went over today. You know, check your diet, check your time, check your belief system, check your activity, check your self-awareness level. You know, check your blueprint. You know, like, check all of these things today and go out and do and go after the thing that you want each and every day, because no one's, like, at the end of the day, no one's going to really, like, stand over your shoulder and make sure you get to where you want to go. It's because it's you versus you. So go out, do what you need to do today. Go be great. Go be successful. I know you can. I believe in you. And yeah, man. Yeah, and yeah, that's it. That's all I got. So make sure y'all check out the resources that I got down for you below, because I do want to see you be successful, and I do want to help you. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you do want to start an online business, if you do want to get into the event space, if you do want to need coaching, if you do need this, whatever it is, I got some resources down below for you. Check them all out. And that's it. That's all I got. So y'all know what we're doing. We create habits around here. And yeah, this is Jarrell, and I'm out. Peace. Oh man, almost forgot. Join my Creator Society. All right. Join the Creator Society. It is free to you. So join the Creator Society, just to get, you know, behind the scenes, if you just want to link with me on kind of like a daily basis, man, join the Creator Society. If you want to link with me on a daily basis, if you just want to, I don't know, whatever it is, you got questions, you got this, you got that, you just want to engage, man, join the Creator Society. I would love to see you there on the inside. Like I said, it is free to join. And yeah, that's it. That's all. Peace.